I spent over $375,000 on mentors and business gurus, and here is what I have learned. Number one, I would say I've done a good job at this, but always find mentors who align with your actual values. I would say values over their actual accomplishments, because I've worked with people that have sold companies for hundreds of millions of dollars, and their values don't align whatsoever with me. What they believe, what they do, none of that worked. They're very smart, they're very expensive, but it just never made sense to me, and we just could not vibe. And then I work really well with people that made their own money. There's a lot of people that were like handed down money, and I'm sure there's great ones, but the ones I've met have not been always the best, because like their first car was a Ferrari, their first car was a Lambo. They don't know what a Honda Civic is, so it's very different. So I would say first you got to pick a mentor based on your actual values. My values are family, faith, legacy, and helping other people. Those are all things I really care about. I want to be the best husband possible. I want to be the best father possible. I want to be the best son possible. I want to be the best friend. I care about all of these things, and I care about being a man of high value and high status, and high morals and high respect. This is funny, the other day, I barely talk really about myself in public. I always just ask other people. But then I had we were in a networking group, and all these people were really smart business people. One of them was making like $2-3 million a year. Really smart, but they were like the best people, right? One of them owns a bunch of hotels, buildings, and it was a good circle of people. And then there's other people that I just did not know, and I didn't say much, but they bragged for me. They said, oh, Horace has done this, Horace has worked with this person, Horace has built this company, Horace has done this. And I just sat there and didn't say anything. They were like, Horace lives in this penthouse in downtown San Diego, we should throw an event there. Meanwhile, I'm staying completely quiet. I do that because I really don't talk about me a whole lot. I just talk about everyone else and help them. That's just more of my style. But when other people talk about you, it goes significantly further than if you talk about you. And I say this because it comes back to picking the right mentors. I was fortunate enough to pick the right mentors at a young age that valued, I think I was 14 when I picked my first ones, but they value family, they value growth, they value having a faith, whatever your faith is. I go to masjid every day for Ramadan. I go, we text, I'm in group chats with people, and we hold each other accountable. And all these things are beautiful, but it's because I chose those people. If you choose people that are just pure money, you might make the money, you might not. They're just after getting your money, and it's just tougher. They don't care about fulfillment as much. That's another thing to look at. But lucky for me, I was able to learn all these things really early and pick mostly the right ones. I haven't gotten burned too much. And it's built friendships for life. I met Austin through one of them, my business partner. And it's just grown me as a human being. The second thing is the right groups put you in the right environments, right? If you pick the right mentors with the right values, guess who else is going to be in that group, right? Genius. So those people are in the rooms, and those people sometimes become your best friends. I would say a good handful of my best friends now have come from networking groups that I consider family, that I would do anything for, have come from networking groups in these rooms in some way, shape, or form, because they also were looking for the same thing. They were also looking for the same guidance, and we were able to grow with each other versus, hey, this mentor is helping me do this and that. We were able to help each other grow, push, give each other business ideas, throw each other business, do JVs together, and we were able to do a lot of fun things because we were able to do that. So I'll say picking the right mentors, going to events or Zoom calls or Slack channels or Telegram groups, whatever it is, talk to these people and build your network. And then number three, what I would say is the biggest thing I've learned is just give back. Yes, you're paying to join a group and it's about you and you getting results, but just find ways to weasel in help, value, right? However you can help them is really, really big, because then they open more doors for you, but you have to do it with the right intentions. When you help them and find ways to help them, things change. You should just do that in general life, but just find ways to give people value and how to get out there and just how to help them grow. If you notice something wrong, like, oh, hey, Johnny Rockets, I noticed my confirmation email didn't go. I already talked to your team about it, so you don't have to take care of anything, but I just want to let you know that was a problem that I had, and I'm assuming other people had, and I already created an email for you. Here it is. You can tweak it and use it as you want. I already created this AI thing for you. AI photos are in the email, so you don't have to actually take any photos to update it. Everything's done. You just need to, just deploy. And then that's going to be taken so much more seriously than someone that's just like, hey man, I didn't really get my confirmation email. Just FYI. right? It's, hey, I didn't get it. I already told your team. I already sent them the resources. Here's your resources for you too, so you can look over it. You don't have to do anything. I already did AI photo shoots for you, not everything like that, and just gave you value. I'll say giving value has opened up more doors and made me more money than anything else in my whole life. I was able to make a lot of money to people that I've given value for. Sometimes the value was short and it took me a month. Sometimes the value had to take a year. But I'll say that everyone that I gave value to has pretty much given back or opened doors or introduced me to people. And because I hold myself to such a high standard as a human being and as a man, they are excited to introduce me to people. I think that's another thing because they see how I give them value. And then they're like, okay, cool. So if I introduce Horace to this person, they're going to make me look really good and they're going to help them in whatever way, shape, or form they can. And it makes them look good. So you want to always do that. I'm not saying like, look at me. I'm saying you should build these same character habits because it's gotten me pretty far in life and I want you to do the same. Because when people introduce you, they should be excited to introduce you, not like, oh shoot, or give you warnings. Like if I introduce you to this person, do this. They understand that I always will have their best interest. I'll always help out whoever I can, however I can. And then being a man of high standard always helps, and high integrity. So those are kind of the key things I would say to look for after spending a good amount of money on mentorship and groups and masterminds and everything to help me advance, online courses, whatever. But these are the kind of the key things I have learned. And it wasn't some like magical tactic like, oh, you should do this and you'll get 15x on ads. It was all these little things that I learned and people that I met that really made the difference, that made these investments well worth it. So hope that helps. And then if you have any questions, DM me. I always reply to my DMs on any platform, and we'll talk to you soon.